Dakota Stage. How is everybody doing this evening? Oh, that's like the best response I've ever received when I walk out here. My name is Matt Bingham from 96.5 The Fox. I will be your host for this evening. You can hear me every weekday afternoon from 2 until 7 on 96.5 The Fox and 96.5thefox.com. How many people have been here before for comedy at Dakota Stage? Quite a few of you, you know what I'm about to say. Don't ruin it for everybody else. First and foremost, cell phones. Please make sure they are off. Set them to vibrate. Set them to not make fucking noise. It's basically what I'm going to ask you to do, because one of the worst things in the world is to have a show interrupted by your stupid cell phone. You might think your Katy Perry ringtone is cute. Nobody else does. It's annoying. So, make sure your cell phone is set to the vibrate position or whatever it is to not make noise. Second, we have folks here that will ask you to leave if you ruin the show. All right? So everybody came here to have a good time, right? You guys paid good money, you want to have a good Friday night. If you happen to get involved with the show to a point where we need to ask you to leave, we will fucking do it. We will ask you to leave. So, have fun. If the comedians ask you to be a part of the show, please do. But don't just be that random asshole in the back yelling stuff out, because that is beyond annoying. Do not forget, there is concessions out in the lobby. There's popcorn, there's candy. Most importantly, there's beer and wine. Right? That always gets the loudest cheer every time I do this. Beer and wine out of the lobby. Don't forget to check out DakotaStageLTD.com. That is where you go for all the information about shows coming up here at Dakota Stage. They're showing Toy Story next Saturday as part of Small Business Saturday, so feel free to come and check that out. DakotaStageLTD.com. Make sure you're a fan of theirs on Facebook as well. We've got a great night of stand-up comedy for you. Who is ready for John Deboer? John is getting all set up. How many people in here are animal lovers? And I'm not talking like creepy animal. I mean, you like animals, right? That'd be mostly everybody except for like one guy in the back crosses his arms. Fuck animals. So growing up, my folks owned a pet store, which might be the coolest thing your parents can own when you're a kid outside of like an amusement park or a healthy relationship that doesn't end in divorce, right? So it was awesome. My folks we had dogs and cats and rodents, and at one point we had a parrot in the house, and some 15, 20 years later, I'm still convinced that that parrot was racist. And I know that it sounds odd that I think about this 20 years later, but I've never forgot, and nobody ever believes me when I talk about this racist bird. Here's what happened. My folks decided to close up the pet store, and they had this mascot at the store, this parrot. They had to bring it home before they could find somewhere else for it to go. No big deal. It's really cool having a talking animal in the house when you're a kid. So in the middle of the night, I wake up, I need a glass of water. As I'm walking to the kitchen, the bird cage is right near the doorway to the kitchen, I hear an audible racial slur. And I stop in my tracks. I'm thinking, what just happened? I'm still half awake, still trying to figure out what's going on. Are my parents having a clan meeting? What's going on right now? I don't know what's happening. There's nobody else in the room. Just me and the bird. And we make eye contact. In the most uncomfortable moment of my life, we just stared at each other. Like he knew what he said, and I knew what he said. We were going to have problems. And I waited for the bird to just go, "Rah, no one's going to believe you," and just stop talking completely. Thankfully, he didn't do that. I've told my parents that story multiple times. They still don't believe me to this day. I'm 32 years old. My folks still do not believe that that bird was racist. That's neither here nor there, though. We had a cat when I was growing up, and any cat owner here knows that most cats are assholes. I mean, let's be honest. Cats suck. There's like 1 out of 10 that might be really cool. The majority of cats are dickheads. So, I had one of the really cool cats. We had him for like 15 years. It was awesome. He was an outdoor cat. So, you open the door, the cat leaves, he's gone for like 3 days. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Doesn't matter. The cat will come back. You text somebody today, they don't respond in 10 minutes, you send out a goddamn search party, you let the cat go, the cat's gone for a week, nobody cares. Until the cat didn't come back for like a month. And my folks had to have the conversation about, oh, well, maybe he's in a better place. Maybe he's happy. And of course, my sister and I, you see those movies where kids walk down the street crying, it's raining, they're yelling for the cat. Peanut! That was my sister and I. She was crying. I'm a man, I don't cry. We don't find the cat. The cat's still missing. I'd say 6 weeks later, this thing waltzes back into our life. He had been shot. Somebody had shot the cat. It hit him in the name tag. He survived. I wish that was the end of the story because you guys could clap and think, oh, he led a great life. It was awesome. He lived to see the end of his days. He died peacefully. That's not what happened. What did happen is the most traumatic event of my life. So the cat survives and gets shot. At my folks' house, we have two bathrooms. We have an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs bathroom. The downstairs bathroom is obviously where you do the bad business, right? You go down there, that's where it's going to be horrible. So, in the bathroom, in the basement, it's like shitting in a coffin. It's the smallest box in the world. So the door is like right here in my face. So I would always leave the door open because shitting in a coffin is terrifying. So anybody who has cats knows that the cat's gonna come in and bother you. If you leave a goddamn door open anywhere, the cat's coming in. Doesn't matter what you're doing, that cat is coming in. So usually I'd be like, all right, no big deal. I pet the cat, do my business. This was before cell phones, so what else do you do, right? So one time, a couple of years after the cat had been shot, oh, that's nice. I like that. Much darker now. Makes me more uncomfortable standing up here. A couple of years after the cat got shot, I was sitting on the toilet doing my business, and I thought it'd be funny as the cat circled the corner to try and startle him. So I took off my belt that I was wearing, and I know what you're thinking, I didn't hit the cat with the belt or anything. What I did was I folded it in half, and I made that snapping sound that you make, and it had a massive heart attack and died. Literally, the cat's heart exploded as I was on the shitter. I didn't know what to do. It let out the most blood-curdling scream I have ever heard in my life. It flew underneath the pool table, it flipped on its back, and just fucking died there. As I sat there like I didn't know what to do. Do I finish up? Do I let it die its painful death? I had no idea. Then we have to call my uncle's a veterinarian. We have to call him up and say, hey, here's the thing. The cat's dead, here's what happened, and there's just this corpse of a cat underneath the pool table. This is probably the last time I cried. My grandfather passed away recently. Didn't affect me as much as shitting and killing the cat. By far the worst thing that has ever happened to me. So the next time somebody tells you this horrific story about killing an animal, remember your friend Matt, the guy who killed the cat. We have a great show for you tonight. John Deboer is here, everybody.